everyone, I hope you're having a great day. Today we are going to be learning about a new shape called a parallelogram and some special properties that parallelograms have. So first, a parallelogram, just a definition, it's a quadrilateral with two pairs of parallel sides. So anytime you see a shape and it has four sides, two pairs of which are parallel, it is automatically a parallelogram. And so we see here that AB is parallel to CD and BC is parallel to AD. And so parallelograms have four specific properties. The first is that opposite sides are congruent. So they're the same. So BC would be congruent to AD, and AB would be congruent to CD. Not necessarily all of them being congruent to one another. So for example, if BC was 5, then AD would be 5, and if AB was 2, then CD would be 2. Okay, and then the second property is that opposite angles are also congruent. So angle A would be congruent to angle C, and angle B would be congruent to angle D. And you can kind of tell looking at the picture, they do look like they are the same. So for instance, if angle A was, 45 degrees, then angle C would also be 45 degrees. The next one is that consecutive angles are supplementary. So if you recall from last semester, that means that they add up to equal 180. So I'm going to go ahead and just list all of them. That means that angle A plus measure of angle B is equal to 180. Measure of angle B plus measure of angle C is equal to 180. Measure of angle C plus measure of angle D is equal to 180. And measure of angle D plus measure of angle A is equal to 180. So any angles that are right next to each other are going to add up to equal 180. And then for this last one, diagonals bisect each other. So they cut in half. So what that means is if I have my diagonals drawn here, since they bisect each other, that means that this part is congruent to this part, and this part is congruent to this part. If you see this, it'll normally have some letter here, so let's say it's E. That would mean AE is congruent to EC, and BE is congruent to ED. But that's it for this video. For the next one, we're going to be using these properties to solve some problems.